So you saw town planning, agriculture, domestication, town planning, agriculture, domestication, technology and craft. The background for trade and commerce was present. Now let's see trade. Next heading, trade. Agriculture surplus was present. Now we will use, see, affirmative sentence we will not use. It seems agricultural surplus was present. Example, evidence, granaries in all the major towns. You can collect grain as a tax only when there is a surplus. Urban population surviving for 600 years. 600 years is not possible without a strong rural base. Urban population, you see today people living in the cities. Is it possible without a strong rural base? No. Agriculture surplus was there. Domestication of animals. Technology and craft. The base for trade was prepared. But how will we come to know that Harappans had trade and commerce? First evidence is archaeological evidence, the most important evidence. Second evidence, foreign accounts. Foreign accounts. Third, circumstantial evidences. Evidence archaeological evidence, foreign accounts. First point, archaeological evidence. Archaeological evidence. Now you see numerous seals. Numerous seals. Uniform weight and measure. Numerous seals, uniform script. Uniform script and regulated weight and measure. Seal, script, uniform, regulated weight and measures. First evidence. Second, the commodities which was produced in their cities. Pay attention. The commodities which were produced in their cities for them raw material was not locally accessible to them. The commodities which were produced in their cities, for them, raw material was not locally accessible. I am living in Delhi. Copper is not available locally in Delhi. But Delhi is famous for copper vessels. That means copper is coming from outside. Example, bronze, copper, tin. Tin was not locally available. That means tin was coming from outside. Copper from the local Khetri mines, Rajasthan. So internal trade was there. Tin was coming from Rajasthan, external trade was there. Lapis lazuli. Second example. Lapis lazuli, possibly used as a thing of social status. Gomed, that stone which generally you find Hindus wearing, that black stone, gomed, lapis lazuli, is not locally accessible. That means it was coming from outside. So uniform weight, numerous seals, uniform script, regulated weight and measures, plus commodities which were produced in the cities, for them raw material was not locally accessible. Third, medium of transport and communication. Bullock carts, which is clear by the terracotta figurines. Something like ekka. Use of solid wheels. Harappans did not know the use of spoked wheels, solid. So we see the terracotta figurines of bullock carts. Something like ekka. Boats. This shows that boats were used for both internal navigation, external navigation, coastal navigation. Karachi to Persian Gulf, coast. Persian Gulf to Saudi Arabia, Mesopotamia, coast. So we have evidence of weights and measures, scripts, seals. We have evidence, archaeological evidence of raw material which was not locally accessible. We have the evidences of transport mediums. Second, foreign account. Foreign accounts. Mesopotamian account. Mesopotamian accounts. They talk about Meluha. Trade with Meluha. And Meluha is an ancient name of Sindh. Meluha is the ancient name of Sindh. They talk about the two trading stations. Trading stations. Diluman, Makan, between Mesopotamia and Meluha. Diluman, Bahrain. Makan, Makran. Many Harappan seals, many Harappan seals have been found in the cities of Mesopotamia. And all this present a picture of trade and commerce. So background was there. What was background? Now you can write a short note, mains answer. Background was there. Agricultural surplus, domestication of animals, and technology and craft. Plus archaeological and foreign accounts presenting the picture of trade and commerce. So primary sector was strong, secondary sector was strong, and possibly tertiary sector was strong. And this played an important role in turning Indus Valley as the center of urbanization. Clear picture is in front of you, very clear picture. We have evidence of strong primary sector agricultural economy. We have evidence of strong secondary sector, production and trade and commerce. Plus, what would have been the mode of trade? Barter. Mode of trade would have been barter. This is how you create the stories. This is how you create the stories. Clear? Indus Valley civilization. A continuity of 600 years for urban centers is not possible without a strong rural base. Granary is present in the major cities. See the picture presented by archaeology. This is the work we have to do. Keep the data in front, keep the facts in front, and connect the story. Now, religious practices. Religious practices. Now, before coming to religious practice, political organization. Next heading. There is no Arthashastra, there are no Vedas, there are no literary document. But you have to create the story. Political organization. So in the absence of literary evidences, the biggest evidence which NCERT uses, cultural homogeneity. Cultural homogeneity of such a vast area. Cultural homogeneity for such a vast area for 600 years. Cultural homogeneity. Town planning. Drainage system. Burnt bricks. Their shape, uniform shape in all the cities, all 4:2:1, all. seals narrating half of the story of Harappan civilization. Granaries found in almost all the major cities. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Kalibanga, Lothal. Cultural homogeneity, town planning. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, 600 kilometers. Town planning, structures are same, parameters are same. This cultural homogeneity, this is what NCERT says. If you compare the cultural zone with political zone, you will come to the conclusion that this homogeneity in a vast area for 600 years was not possible without a powerful central authority. Was not possible without a powerful central authority. So one thing is clear, that there was a central regulatory body. Otherwise this cultural homogeneity would never have been possible. Someone was managing from the center. See the distance of all the sites. One thing is clear, that there was a powerful central authority. Who was that authority? Now this is the next question. Who were them? Priestly class? Like Mesopotamia? No. We don't find the presence of large temple-like structures. There is no evidence to show the dominancy of priestly class. Warrior class? No. Warrior class? No. Lack of weapons? Lack of religious structures? That means it was ruled by the merchant class. Merchant class who were peace loving and were interested in commerce. See how easily all the picture is being created. Geographical extent, economy, polity. See how easily the story is being created. How smoothly the story is being created. Now, religious practices. Fundamental feature of this universe, law. There is nothing in this universe which is without law. Planets are bound by law, solar system bound by law, galaxy bound by law. Air has its own law, fire has its own law, water has its own law. Only human being is without law. Only human being is without law. And this led to the birth of religion. What is religion? Law designed for human being. Because without law, there will be the anarchy. Simple. Dharma. Religion. What is religion? Law. Designed for human being. What is religion? Law designed for human being. Religious practices. Now, if you see the terracotta figurines, so in a terracotta figure, a plant is coming out from the embryo of a woman. And this we consider as that she was the goddess's. Fertility cult was present. Fertility cult was present, and existence of woman goddesses was present in Harappan period. Existence of woman goddesses was present in Harappan period. Woman goddesses. Later on, when agriculture became a dominant part of Indian economy, till Gupta and post-Gupta, you'll see the rise of female deities. When agriculture economy became the inherent part of Indian culture, Gupta, post-Gupta, you'll see the emergence of female deities, Durga, Kali, Parvati. Then, male deity in Indus Valley. Male deity in Indus Valley. So a representation on a seal. Seal. A three-horned man sitting in a posture of a yogi. Surrounded by elephant, tiger, rhinoceros, buffalo. On his feet, two deer. And this is considered by Indian historians as Pashupati Mahadev. Pashupati Mahadev. But it's still doubtful. Till we don't read the scripture, it will be doubtful, because there were many horned deities in Mesopotamian culture also. There were many horned deities in Mesopotamian culture also. Plus, we see the evidences of phallus. Phallus worship is very integral part of Indian culture. Phallus, till today, phallus worship is very important part of Indian culture. And phallus worship is also connected to Shiva. Phallus worship is also connected to Shiva. That means the concept of Shiva was possibly present in Indus Valley civilization. Third, tree and animal worship. Third heading, tree and animal worship. Again, the evidence is a seal. In a seal, from the branches of a peepal tree, branches, a deity is shown peeping from the branches of a peepal tree, and peepal is still the holy tree in India. Hindus avoid in cutting off the peepal tree. It has its scientific importance. Scientific importance. Providing oxygen day and night. Again, the animals on seals. One-horned unicorn, possibly rhinoceros, possibly a rhinoceros. Humped bull, and then the animals mentioned on Pashupati seal. You see, with the birth of Buddha, white elephant. Elephant is a very important part. Horse, deer. These animals are found in Ashoka's emblem. Bull. Bull means shram, labor. Lion means strength, to take the decision. Buddha, you see, animals have a very important connection with the spiritual world. Animals have a very important connection with spiritual science of India. Then, possibly, Harappans believed in. Possibly Harappans believed in ghosts or evil powers, as we see the evidence of amulets, taweez. So whatever stream we see today, you see, if you see Aryan culture today, Brahminical culture, mother goddesses, Durga and Kali, fertility cult is present here. Pashupati Mahadev, Shaivism, a very important part of Brahminical cult. Tree worship. People till today, people, banyan, animals, unicorn, humped bull, tiger, rhinoceros, elephant, they still animal worship. Animals, they still have an important connection with Indian spiritual science. Sir, these questions have been asked in mains. if you would have simply if you would have prepared NCERT, you would have been able to write the mains answers in IAS examination. IAS. I have completed Ancient India in optional batch. History optional batch for the first time. First time I have started. And seeing the pathetic condition of history optional people, just ask those people who have completed history optional with me. Unanimously all have said after completing Ancient India, ki, sir, easiest option, easiest. Destiny depends upon direction. Why to remember Rosdi and Rangpur? Later phase. Dholavira, Rakhi Gali, all the three phases. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanudaro, mature phase. Kalibanga, pre-Harappan phase. What is the importance of three phases? They give you the story of connectivity. They help you to create the connective story. Birth, maturity, destruction. Destiny depends upon direction. Anyone can do anything in this world. Angulimal can become a saint. Valmiki can become a saint. Amrpali can become a saint. If you are in trouble, if you are struggling, there will be only one reason. You have a wrong direction. Simple. You see Muslim, you see Hindu, hyper-religious communities in the world today. Hyper-religious, but suffering. Suffering because they have their unnecessary philosophies. Suffering. Anyone who got direction in this world, anyone, his suffering came to an end. Senses will never provide you happiness forever. These senses will become weak. These senses will grow old. So till 60 years of age, you have 20 wives, all good foods, all luxuries. But after 60, now you have a habit. Your senses have a habit of enjoying. Within one day, how can you overcome that habit? Habit will be present, but body will be weak. And if you survive for next 20 years till 80, that will be hell. That is why old age people generally beg to God, God please, I am fed up. They are not fed up. Now they cannot enjoy. If you are in trouble, see the graphs. Economy of Harappa period. Graph. Agricultural economy. Surplus was present. Example, granaries. Big urban settlement for 600 years. Domestication of animals. Urban economy. Presence of cities, well planned. Seals, weights and measures. Raw material from different areas. Evidences of transport and communication. Foreign accounts. And this led to the birth of first urbanization. Political order, cultural homogeneity. In a vast area, cannot be possible without central authority. Who are the rulers? Merchant class. Evidence, we have discussed. Religion, woman deity, male deity, worship of trees, worship of animals, and belief in ghost and evil power. The tradition which is presented by Atharvaveda. They have given this question in mains. Please trace the elements of continuity from Indus Valley civilization to Vedic period and so on. Origin, maturity, end. Second last heading of that chapter, Indus Valley civilization. Origin, maturity, end. So what is the time period of Harappan civilization, mature phase? 250 BC to 1900 BC. BC to 1900 BC. Mature phase. Whole lifestyle in this phase was uniform. Whole lifestyle in this phase was uniform. Town planning, drainage system, drainage, town planning, drainage system, seals, pottery, burnt bricks, BC to 1900 BC, first urbanization of ancient Indian history. Urbanization, first urbanization of ancient Indian history. The unique features were town planning, drainage, it's not P, it's D. Drainage system, seals, pottery, burnt bricks. Whole lifestyle was uniform. The point is how it started. What is its origin? This is a big challenge for historians. Origin. From where it originated? Now if we see the evidences, only archaeological evidence, only Script is still not deciphered. Only archaeological evidences. Script is still not deciphered. Entire history comes under proto-history. Now there are two theories. First one, two theories, two. First one, indigenous origin. Indigenous origin, indigenous. And second theory, foreign origin. There are two theories, two. One theory is of indigenous origin. Two theories. One is indigenous origin and second is foreign origin. Indigenous origin says that Indus Valley was the outcome of pre-Indus phase. Pre-Indus phase, pre-Indus, pre-Harappan settlements. Lower Sindh, Balochistan, Rajasthan, Kalibanga and all. Lower Sindh, lower Sindh, Balochistan, Rajasthan, the sites like Kalibanga. But clear connectivity is not clear connectivity, clear connectivity is not possible. We are not able to clearly connect it as we do it in the case of Rig Vedic, later Vedic, 6th century, Mauryan period. The connectivity goes on. Here, clear connectivity is not possible. Foreign origin says influence of Mesopotamian culture. Influence of Mesopotamian culture. But if it was the influence of Mesopotamian culture, like independent India, is the influence of Britain. So Britain is ahead of us in certain things. Here the story is reverse. There is no town planning in Mesopotamia. No town planning. Seals are not so much unique. Burnt bricks are absent. Pottery is intricate. When you are under the influence of someone, so to whom you are influenced, that should be ahead of you. No, modern India, independent India, under the influence of Britain. But if we consider it ki Indus was because of the influence of Mesopotamian culture, then there should be some similarity between Indus and Mesopotamian. There is no similarity. There is no town planning. Seals, Indus seals are missing. Burnt bricks are missing. For indigenous origin, connectivity is missing. For foreign origin, link is missing. So finally we can say that Indus Valley civilization had indigenous origin with foreign influence. Indus Valley civilization had Indus Valley civilization may have indigenous origin with some type of foreign origin. Until and unless we don't come to a clear cut conclusion, this will be our conclusion. Indus Valley civilization may have indigenous origin with some type of foreign influence. Clear? Last heading. Origin. And now, as it is challenging to explain the origin, similarly it's very challenging to explain the end. After 1900 BC, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro disappear. The two largest settlements, the glories of Indus Valley, possibly one political capital, other religious capital, they disappeared. Reason? Second urbanization disappears gradually. Gupta period, post-Gupta period, Rajput period, and we see the disappearance. We see the reason, we see the connectivity, etc., etc. But here again, different historians are of different opinion. Different historians are of different opinions. Some say decline in rainfall. Curtius, the Greek historian, possibly from Alexander's time, he said that the area was this area, in this area was an area of dense forest. And because of that dense forest, this area was the area of convectional rain. Curtius, the Greek historian, says, the earlier time in this region was a region of a dense forest, and because of that dense forest it was the area of convectional rain. But then the historian says that because of the development, deforestation would have started. Deforestation would have taken place, and because of this deforestation, the rainfall would have declined. Today you see the area, 20 centimeter rainfall. The rainfall would have declined. Decline in the rainfall would have disturbed the primary sector, agriculture. And that would have compelled the people to move into different areas. Second type say certain subsidence. Sudden subsidence, flood, earthquake, sudden subsidence, sudden flood, earthquake, change in the course of Indus, some say Aryan invasion. Aryan invasion. But all these reasons have no satisfactory evidences. All these reasons have no satisfactory evidences. So till there is no clear-cut evidence for its origin and decline, we have to remain on the stand of assumption. We have to remain on the stand of assumption. Last heading, post-Harappan urban phase of Harappan culture. Post-urban phase of Harappan culture, Harappan. Post-urban phase, 1900 to 1200 BC. It is called as post-urban Harappan culture. Sub-Indus culture. Sub-Indus culture or late Harappan culture. Sub-Indus culture or late Harappan culture. What is the feature of this phase? Post-urban Harappan culture. Sub-Indus culture. Sub-Indus. The cultures which possibly emerged after the decline of Indus Valley, or late Harappan culture. The present time, late Harappan culture is the word used. What is the feature of this? What is the feature of this? Stylist homogeneity was replaced by stylish homogeneity of Harappan culture was replaced by sharp diversity of Harappan culture. Sharp stylistic diversity. The feature of this phase is that stylistic homogeneity. Stylistic homogeneity, town planning, seals, pottery, instruments of measurement, they are replaced by sharp stylistic diversity. So during mature Harappan phase we see stylistic homogeneity in a larger area. But that stylistic homogeneity, we see the town planning, Harappa, Kalibangam, Lothal, Banavali, there is a homogeneity. The homogeneity does not breaks. Town planning is same, drainage system is same, seals are same. But now they are replaced by sharp stylistic diversity. Area J&K, Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Western UP, Rajasthan, that glory of mature phase is lost. Mature phase is known for towns, cities. This phase, rural settlements. There are no cities, no towns. Late Harappan culture. Mature phase is known for towns and cities. This phase is known for rural settlements. Complicated casting of metals. Complicated casting of metals. Bronze. Iron is missing. Iron is missing. Copper, bronze, silver, and it shows complicated casting, advanced technology. This is missing here. This is missing here. Surplus was present. Granaries were the evidences. Here, subsistence. They are the features of this phase. Late Harappan culture. The sophisticated pottery, sophisticated pottery, well designed, well made, shining colors, missing. Late Harappan culture. See, difference between mature phase and late Harappan phase. Important centers. Important centers. Prabhas Patan, Rangpur, in Gujarat are considered as the direct descendants. Rangpur, Prabhas Pathan or Rangpur, they are considered as direct descendants. Ahar, Udaipur, Rajasthan, some elements of Harappan culture are seen, like brick structures. Brick structures, important centers. Malwa culture, larger settlement, Navadatoli. Jorwe culture, Jorwe, in the valleys of Tapi, Narmada and Bhima. The most impressive settlement is Swat Valley, Pakistan. Swat Valley, Swat. Developed agriculture. Developed agriculture. Cattle breeding. Swat Valley. Developed agriculture, cattle breeding. Black gear, black grey. Black grey. Burnished ware. Burnished. Black gear, burnished ware. Black grey, burnished ware. And this reflects some close relation with Indus. Daulatpur, Mithal, Alamgirpur, Alamgirpur and Hulas, Western UP. Alamgirpur and Hulas, Western UP. And we see the presence of rice here. So we are trying to search out the lost kingdom. The biggest feature, the biggest feature which is missing is this face is known for trade and commerce. Missing. No objects from distant areas. So we are trying to connect the link between the link for the lost empire. Hopefully, when the evidences will be strong, we will be able to create the larger picture of Indus Valley civilization. Thank you.